what a cleaned and prepared sunroof lid or door or cover looks like. It has been prepared for the fabric application, and I guess in general I'm going to go in this video over the I guess preparation of this and a couple of tricks, I guess, or so if you're doing something like this you may have a better understanding of the situation. Well, I'm ready. So in the rest of this video I'm going to go over cleaning this up and giving you a few ideas, I guess, a couple of hints on what you should do and what can go wrong. Let's get to it. If you're unlucky to have a car with a sunroof, then you will have to deal with this cover because if you have a slick top and there is no sunroof, moonroof, whatever, you have to do just the headliner, and this is an extra step, an extra piece of junk. So this fabric, once it gets old, it separates, the fabric itself separates from backing. As you can see, this is the fabric, the face of the fabric, and the backing is foam in this case. The face of the fabric just peels off like this, and the foam is actually still, you end up with the foam still being attached to the plastic, or that's actually not plastic. So the glue, the separation happens between the foam and the fabric, not between, in this case, not between the plastic and the foam. The foam basically disintegrates big time. This is what you have to deal with. This is going to be your friend in this case. So you have to remove this, what's left of it, and the best way that I figured is get something like this. You can find something similar to this. This is a thin flexible metal. The headliner will also have this foam that you have to deal with. Once you peel the fabric off, you just sharpen this a little bit. Basically what you do, you just start digging into it, and that's the progress that you will have if you use something like this. And you can spend a half a day, well, not literally, trying to just get all this off. So you get this off like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off clean. What you have to do, you still are going to end up with a bit of this, whatever this, fibers, looks like cotton really. You use this tool to really remove the major part of what's left. And the other thing is you should avoid digging into the plastic, which is sometimes it happens, especially if you use something really sharp. This one is, I just sharpened it a little bit, so this one is probably a better tool for this job. So you have to clean these leftovers really well, because it's not going to let the glue to stick to the panel. And then you can actually use like a piece of a sandpaper and get some of these leftovers off completely. Just clean this up. You can use power tools. The problem with power tools is that you can dig into, especially on the headliner. Ask me how I know. Then you will have to fix it. You can actually use really rough. This one is like 40 grit, but the major part again is removed by using this tool. It's a little bit faster, and I guess that's the bottom line of this. You have to remove all of this, and you have to, well, I guess I made my point, and reupholstering the headliner and peeler covers and all is not a small task, so be prepared to really spend time. Edges, yes, that too. because fabric folds to the sides, not everywhere. The front folds over and the back just 90 degrees fold. So you have to remove this, and then this edge right here, because you will be folding the fabric over 180 degrees, and this part is cosmetic. Yeah, I'm on the floor of my garage. For those who think that it's just peel and stick, it's not. And that's pretty much the application of this glue. I have sprayed the sunroof, the fabric for it. These are just details that you may use as a guideline or whatever, because I guess it's always a good idea to learn on somebody else's mistakes. So I make mistakes so you don't have to, I guess. I always do a cross pattern with the glue, and as you can see, it doesn't really spray. It sprays, the gun sprays evenly, but I wish I had a bit of a larger nozzle. But it works with the glue, I guess that's the bottom line, and it's cheap, so it's not more than $50, I think. So cross pattern, and I'm going to finish sides with a brush. So I'm going to apply fabric over this surface and let it, well, it is basically an instant cement contact, so you have to, it will just, once it dries right on the surfaces, once you start applying or making those surfaces come into a contact, it will just basically instantly, that's why it's a contact adhesive, it will actually, two sides will grab each other and it's going to be permanently set. I guess that's, I'm trying to think of the correct way of putting it. This is not repositionable glue, so once, well, you still have to apply pressure for the glue to activate, so, but it's not repositionable. It's, if things accidentally come into contact, then you may actually never pull them apart, especially with the foam backing. That's a ticket for a disaster. The other thing you may notice that I taped sides of this fabric, because wherever you work, even if it's in a shop, you may have a situation when some wind blows and things just falls over or flies off a table, whatever. It's always a good idea to keep the fabric down with like masking tape in this case. So, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually take this and put it over the fabric. I'm not going to take the fabric and I'm not going to handle the fabric. I guess that's the bottom line. And like I said, I'm going to do the sides with a brush and then finish it. Yeah, that makes sense. This glue is okay to handle in a sense. If you touch it, it's not a big deal. This is not difficult at all in the sense that you just position it like this, and we're pretty much set. At this point I can just flip it like this. There's a bit of a dust, not a big deal. This part is where the handle goes is okay in the sense that you don't really have to worry much about it because, well, I'm going to really just cut the center like that. And so this cement, adhesive, glue, whatever you call it, it's a contact, and there's a specific number of pressure that you have to apply, certain pounds, kilograms per square inch centimeter, for the glue to activate. So I'm going to really push, well, press all over the area of this lid, and as you can see, the shape is already shown, in a sense that this edge is a little bit, well, the edge is raised and the main surface is kind of recessed, so if you properly do things, you will see this being like this. So I guess at this point this is done, and what I'm going to do next is flip it over like this, and I'm going to take a brush, and just go over this edge, apply glue, and apply glue here, and then fold this over and fold this over like this, and I guess and then I will trim everything. So I guess as far as demonstrating how this glue works, here's a piece of a fabric with glue on it, and there's some glue on this paper. So if you it's all dry and has to be dry like this. So if you do this, if you by an accident just drop a piece of fabric over with the glue over whatever surface, it kind of doesn't really stick. But once you apply pressure, like that, just apply pressure and you're done. So now it's going to, there you go. So, and as far as yeah, so this piece is not going to really, so without pressure the glue doesn't work, so you have to apply pressure and then the glue activates. And if I try to remove it, here's an example. Here's what happens. We have we still have foam, the backing foam attached to the paper, and the foam basically separated from the face of the fabric. So, and as you can see, once you activate the glue, apply pressure to it, you're done. So the only thing to do, now you cannot use whatever, if you try to peel the fabric back off, especially with the foam backing, without the foam, with like no backing, you may still have a chance, but this is an instant glue adhesive. The fabric is ruined basically, and whatever the surface you're attaching the fabric to is also ruined, so you have to now really scrape this all off with a scraper or whatever removal tools you can find or use, and or dissolve the glue. So this is kind of a one-way ticket, so don't try not to mess things up. I guess that's the bottom line. Well, I guess this should be it for this part, or for this video. I'm going to work on this. It looks nice and uniform. And what I will do, I will work on the B-pillar covers. Those are just basically the same.